Megan O'Leary here at the UFC offices. I'm joined by the boss, Dana White. Dana, I feel like every time we're together, I have to ask you this. Are you any closer to getting those TUF coaches?
We're close. Yeah, we're right there.
Close enough that you maybe want to announce it right now with us?
No. We don't. See, here's the thing that I don't do. I don't announce anything till deals are done, and the deal isn't done yet.
All right, fair enough. A lot of people have been talking about GSP and Nick Diaz possibly being coaches. Besides that, is that fight a done deal? Is that something you want to see happen?
That fight is not a done deal, and I guarantee you that those two will not be coaches. Not even close. All the stuff that's out there about that fight and the meeting that we had here is all bullshit.
All right, fair enough. So we will not be seeing that at UFC 140 in Montreal?
No.
Okay. Now, how are these hurdles you have to go through to create fights between UFC guys and Strikeforce guys? Is it a difficult process if you would even want to? Yeah,
well, it's all still a work in progress. I mean, we don't know what we're going to do, how we're working this whole thing out. Obviously, we're still running Strikeforce fights, and we have this deal with Showtime, but we don't know how we're going to handle that type of a situation. Listen, we want to put on fights that people want to see, but we got to figure it out.
A lot of people have been talking about your comments regarding Strikeforce when you said, we'll see if we can keep Strikeforce alive. What exactly did you mean by that? Will it have the same fate as, say, the WEC?
I have no idea. I mean, obviously, we have a deal with Showtime. We want to continue to put on fights with Strikeforce. The question is, can we make it work? It has to make business sense. It didn't make business sense for the old owners. We have to make sense of it.
All right, obviously Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard are not fighting at UFC 130. Gray just had some minor knee surgery. Where do you see the future of that fight? Anytime soon?
I hope so. It's going to depend on how fast these guys heal when they're ready to go. But yeah, I mean, it's a great fight. I want to see that fight again. They want it bad. I mean, Gray Maynard was very emotional when that fight got pulled. So ASAP.
If Anthony Pettis defeats Clay Guida at the Ultimate Fighter finale, where does this leave him? Is he still next in line, and whoever wins, Frankie or Gray, he will get them?
Absolutely. No, he's definitely in line. And the thing is, for a guy like Pettis, and I say this about guys all the time, bad things happen every day, and people fall out, and lots of things happen, but you have to stay active. You have to keep fighting. That kid jumped right in and took a tough fight against Guida. It's what you got to do.
All right, with Frankie Edgar being injured, 3 other of your champions are also injured. How do you go about creating interim titles, if that's something you want to do?
Yeah, the only time we do an interim title is when we're unsure how long a guy's going to be out, and a guy that we don't want to strip. He's got something unfortunate that happens to him. We don't just throw interim titles out there just because somebody broke their hand or something.
A guy that has been talked about a lot is John Jones, who's also injured. What do you kind of think of that drama between him and Rashad?
Yeah, they went from not wanting to fight each other because they were good friends to, ready to fight each other anywhere they bumped into each other. Funny how that turned around so quick.
Do you think you'll still make that fight even if Rashad loses to Phil Davis?
I don't know. We'll see. To predict what we'll do if this guy wins, if that guy loses, or what, I never know. We got to see what happens.
All right, let's talk about Chael Sonnen. What's his kind of status in the UFC right now?
I'm pretty bummed out about the Chael Sonnen thing and the way that the whole thing was handled. This guy, I don't know if there's ever been a penalty laid down. I mean, Tyson, I think when Tyson bit the ear, Tyson got a year. It's pretty crazy.
He said that you told him if he can't get licensed, he has to retire. Is there any truth to that?
Listen, it's not that he'd have to retire, but right now was his opportunity. This kid had the opportunity to coach the Ultimate Fighter. He had the opportunity to get a big fight set up. Should he win that fight, everybody knows what happened with Anderson Silva. This was a key moment in this kid's career. And me personally, you've heard me say it for the last almost 11 years. We always support whatever the Athletic Commission says. This kid got it stuck to him, man. He paid his dues in every way, shape, and form, and I think he's been treated a bit unfairly.
All right, Dana, thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. Looking forward to UFC 130.
Cool.
Thanks.